Listen. The problem is racism. I guess you can hear me. The problem is racism. This is worse than Communist China. All these people sitting here, they're a member of one party, the Democratic machine. These black ones do not have our interests. They work for the master. These big-headed white men run this system. Man, you can't, they run it. And I was looking around and said, well, how many white women do they have here? You know, during suffrage, the white woman didn't like that because she couldn't vote and she was like a subject to her big-headed white man. So looking here, I don't see many white women here. By one or two. So the problem here in Chicago is racism, nepotism, corruption, a one-party system. These big-headed white men run this. This big-headed man doesn't run this. Okay. These black ones, they don't have no power. Who slates them? Corporate America. Who runs corporate America? These big-headed white men. Now, you can be in denial. Now, look at you over there, passing right here. Look at that while I'm talking. Young lady, sit down. Sit down. Tell her to sit down. Tell her to sit down. So, wait a minute. You don't like this? I'm going to tell you, I'm educating you, I'm informing you, I'm enlightening you. These big-headed white people that enslaved us brought us here. Now they're giving money to another people. Are they nappy, hair, big nose, thick lip, and a black booty hole like mine? No, they're not. And they're giving millions and millions of dollars to them. Can't you see how arrogant she is? When I told her to be seated, she's going to stand up and go, you work for us. Yeah.
Mr. Blakemore, please stay in the microphone so we can hear you, sir. Thank you.
Something is mighty wrong here, sir. We're still on the white man's plantation, and I urge black people to be selfish. Are selfish people. Self-preservation is the first law of nature. Focus on you. They're giving millions. They're showing you better than they can tell you. They're showing you by giving. They're not giving no money to them. These big-headed white men. We're still on the plantation.
Thank you for your comments, Mr. Blakemore. Your time has expired. Your Honor, there are no further speakers for public comments.
Gardis Watts, 14745 South Park Avenue, South Holland, Illinois. Greetings, moderator, Madam Supervisor, trustees, administrators, and residents. Once again, this administration seems not to care about the dissatisfaction the people of this township has against the supervisor and her staunch opponents. You would have thought that voting down the health referendum for a second time would have made the message clear to this administration. But yet the supervisor had made it clear in her own mind in the last meeting that we are the ones that are wrong. We have been called brainwashed, hoodwinked, and led astray. And she was bold enough to talk to residents that live and vote here as if they were subjects under her rule.
Come on, Ed. Come on.
No, Madam Supervisor, we are not brainwashed. We are fed up.
Hello.
Nobody said that we didn't think mental health was important. We just don't trust you to fix it.
Thank you.
Now, in the last township meeting, we talked about this township still having a mental health service. I just asked about the budget, and I didn't get a clear answer.
All the staff got fired.
Can you provide the name of the person who leads this program?
No.
Next question. Are they qualified to be mental health service providers?
Somebody have answers?
It's questions and comments.
I'm gonna clear it up one more time.
Questions and comments.
This is not Q&A.
Your original agenda said questions and
Moderator, you
comments.
need to learn the
Okay, all
time.
right.
It's public comment.
Never mind. If you would not like to answer, I understand, because you don't want to answer to anybody.
Hello.
Because you feel like you don't report to nobody
like
when it concerns your decisions and behavior. Refuse to play your game. And even though you have trustees and administrators who support your obnoxious actions,
Oh, that's bad.
and trust me, their day is coming as well. We will not support your intentional splurging township money to destroy Dolton. We will not support your efforts to subvert democracy in that village. And we will not support your scandalous conduct as the mayor of Dolton that used the police force as a Gestapo unit. You out of all people as a black woman should know better. The people of this township stand in solidarity with our fellow township residents of Dolton.
Thank you.
You have done nothing to build a true relationship with the residents. All you have done was feed your ego. Proverbs 16:18 states that pride comes before destruction. Arrogance before a fall. And what you witnessed last Monday was a sign of things to come.
Hello. Come on.
Relationship breed rebellion. And before any former or current employees of this township come up here and talk about me, just let them know that I was hired here without a criminal record. Justice for Christopher Moore, justice for Tavares Davis, and justice for Alexis Wilson.
Thank you.
Mayoral Mayhem, Chicago and Dolton Mayors Draw Ire for Duelling Dilemmas. In A Tale of Two Cities, the mayors of Chicago and Dolton find themselves in the hot seat, each facing their own unique set of challenges that have left residents scratching their heads and shaking their fists. Mayor Robinson of Chicago and Mayor Henyard of Dolton have unwittingly become the stars of a political drama filled with intrigue, controversy, and more than a touch of absurdity. Let's start our journey in the Windy City, where Mayor Robinson has managed to ruffle more feathers than a flock of disgruntled geese. Residents are up in arms over the mayor's curious allocation of funds, with over $250 million mysteriously disappearing into the abyss of immigrant support programs. While the intention may have been noble, locals are left wondering why their hard-earned tax dollars are being funneled towards outsiders while their own communities languish in neglect. It's a classic case of robbing Peter to pay Pablo, leaving residents feeling like they've been left out in the cold while the welcome mat is rolled out for everyone else. Meanwhile, in the quaint suburb of Dolton, Mayor Henyard is embroiled in a scandal of his own making. Transparency? Forget about it. Residents are fuming over the mayor's apparent disdain for keeping them in the loop, with accusations flying faster than a Vegas craps table. Speaking of Vegas, it seems the mayor's recent trip to Sin City has raised more than a few eyebrows, with whispers of impropriety and cover-ups echoing through the streets. It's a case of what happens in Vegas apparently not staying in Vegas, much to the chagrin of Mayor Henyard and his trustee. As the mayoral melodrama unfolds, residents are left shaking their heads in disbelief, wondering how they managed to elect not one, but two mayors who seem to have missed the memo on serving the people. Like and subscribe.